Hey everyone, welcome back to SwitchTop. Today we're digging into the top 25 best farming games you can play on your Nintendo Switch in 2025. If you love growing crops, raising animals, and building your dream farm, these games will give you hours of relaxing fun. Let's get our hands dirty and jump into the countdown. Garden Life, a cozy simulator, is all about creating your perfect garden space without the stress of running a full farm. You play as a newcomer to a small town who takes over an abandoned community garden to bring beauty back to the area. The gameplay focuses on planting flowers, trees, and decorative plants rather than crops for profit. What makes this game special is its realistic plant care system. You'll need to consider sunlight exposure, watering schedules, and soil types for each plant variety. The tool system is simple but satisfying, with upgrades that make gardening tasks easier as you progress. There's no rush or pressure. You can take your time designing gorgeous garden layouts with hundreds of plant types from around the world. As you improve the garden, you'll attract local wildlife like birds, butterflies, and small animals that interact with your plants. The community aspect involves helping neighbors with their garden projects and participating in seasonal flower festivals.
Get rid of all the dead plants. Remember, in gardening, patience is key.
Dreamlight Valley lets you build a farm and community alongside Disney and Pixar characters in a world affected by something called the Forgetting. You arrive in a once magical place now covered in dark thorns called Night Thorns and must help restore the valley to its former glory. The farming system includes growing crops, fishing, and cooking meals with ingredients you collect. What makes this game unique is how you build relationships with Disney characters like Mickey Mouse, Wally, and Ariel by completing quests and hanging out with them daily. Each character has their own story and will teach you new skills or recipes as your friendship grows. The game's Dreamlight currency is earned by completing daily tasks and fulfilling character requests, which you can use to unlock new biomes like a snowy mountain or desert area. Your customization options are huge. You can design your character, house, and the entire valley layout however you want. Besides farming, you'll gather resources, mine gems, craft furniture, and solve light puzzles to remove the night thorns.
You'll need to choose a good spot for it first. Then, plant some seeds, grab your royal watering can, and water your lovingly grown garden. The more attention you give to your garden, the more bountiful it will be. Don't those vegetables look delicious?
Doraemon Story of Seasons brings together the popular Japanese cartoon character Doraemon with the classic farming series Story of Seasons. In the game, Doraemon, his friend Nobi, and their pals get transported to a rural town called Natura after finding a mysterious seed. With Doraemon's gadgets temporarily not working, the friends need to adapt to farm life while looking for a way home. The farming gameplay will feel familiar to fans of the genre. You clear land, plant and water crops, raise animals, and sell your products for profit. What makes this game special is how it incorporates Doraemon's futuristic gadgets, which you gradually recover throughout the story. These gadgets give you unique farming advantages, like the Anywhere door for quick transportation or the weather card to change the weather. The art style uses beautiful watercolor-like graphics that make the world feel like a storybook. Besides farming, you can go fishing, catch bugs, mine for resources, and build relationships with the townspeople. Big Farm Story begins with you inheriting your grandfather's rundown farm after he mysteriously disappears. As you restore the farm to its former glory, you'll uncover clues about what happened to him and the secrets of the surrounding area. The farming mechanics focus on accessibility. Tools don't break, watering is simplified with irrigation systems, and you can easily expand your farm layout. What sets this game apart is its focus on animal care and breeding. Each animal has individual traits that can be passed down to offspring, letting you breed animals with specific characteristics for better products or contest competitions. The game features a town with colorful characters who each have their own stories and quests that reveal more about your grandfather. The crafting system is extensive, allowing you to create everything from furniture to processed food products that sell for higher prices than raw materials. As you progress, you'll unlock new areas to explore with different resources and wildlife. Wylde Flowers combines farming with witchcraft for a unique twist on the genre. You play as Tara, who returns to the island of Fair Haven to help her grandmother run the family farm. During the day, you handle traditional farming activities like growing crops, raising animals, and selling products. But at night, you discover your family's secret. You come from a long line of witches and must learn to balance your farming life with developing your magical abilities. The farming system focuses on quality over quantity, with crop rotation and seasonal planning being important for success. The magic system lets you craft potions, fly on a broomstick to reach new areas, and change the weather to help your farm. What makes this game special is its rich story and diverse cast of characters with whom you can build friendships and even romantic relationships. The town changes with a day-night cycle and has seasonal festivals that blend normal traditions with magical elements. Mining, fishing, and foraging round out your resource gathering options. Littlewood starts with an unusual premise. You've already saved the world from a dark wizard, but lost your memories in the process. Now it's time to rebuild your town and discover who you were before becoming a hero. The farming system is streamlined and user-friendly. Crops grow quickly, and you can easily move fully grown plants to organize your farm without replanting. What makes Littlewood unique is its town building focus. You can place buildings anywhere, shape the land by raising or lowering terrain, and customize every part of your town to create your perfect village. The game uses a simple energy system. Everything you do consumes energy, so you need to plan your day rather than worry about the time. Besides farming, you can fish, mine, cut wood, catch bugs, and cook using the ingredients you gather. The relationship system lets you befriend and potentially romance the quirky townsfolk who move in as you expand. Roots of Pacha takes the farming genre to prehistoric times, where you're part of a Stone Age clan developing the earliest farming techniques. Instead of buying seeds from a store, you'll discover wild plants and learn to domesticate them through observation and experimentation. The same goes for animals. You'll need to gain their trust to tame them rather than simply purchasing livestock. What makes this game unique is its ideas system. As you gain inspiration from observing nature and working with your clan, you'll develop new tools, farming methods, and technologies that advance your civilization. The farming follows seasonal patterns, but with prehistoric crops you won't find in other games. The community aspect is stronger here than in most farming games. Major decisions are made as a group, and you'll work together on projects that benefit everyone, like irrigation systems or communal buildings. Besides farming, you can fish, gather resources, craft tools, cook, and participate in clan ceremonies and festivals that change as your civilization develops. Sprout Valley begins with you leaving your corporate job to restore your late grandparents' farm in a valley where plants seem to grow with special properties. The core farming mechanics feature an advanced crop genetic system where you can crossbreed plants to create new varieties with unique traits like faster growth, resistance to weather, or special effects when eaten. The game uses a stamina system that requires you to balance work with rest and includes realistic touches like soil quality management and crop rotation for optimal yields. What makes this game stand out is its potion crafting system. By combining your specially bred plants with foraged items, you can create potions that temporarily give you abilities like never getting tired, moving faster, or seeing hidden objects. The town nearby is full of characters with their own schedules and problems that can often be solved with your specialized crops or potions. Farm Together stands out by eliminating time pressure entirely. Crops never die, there are no energy limits, and the game progresses even when you're not playing. The core farming is straightforward. Plant crops, water them, and harvest when ready, but the massive variety of plants, animals, and decorations gives you endless customization options. What makes this game special is right in the title. The drop-in, drop-out multiplayer lets friends visit your farm anytime to help out, with everyone earning rewards. The game has its own time system where days pass in minutes, letting you see multiple seasons in a single play session while crops grow in real time before your eyes. As your farm levels up, you unlock new crops, animals, buildings, and decorations from different themes like Japanese gardens or Western ranches. Besides traditional farming, you can raise various animals, drive tractors and harvesters, customize your farmer and house, and complete event challenges for exclusive items. Paleo Pines offers something truly unique, a farming game where you befriend and work alongside dinosaurs instead of traditional farm animals. Set in a peaceful valley where dinosaurs and humans coexist, you inherit a neglected homestead that you'll transform into a thriving farm with dinosaur companions. The core farming is similar to other games, planting crops, watering, and harvesting, but each task can be done with the help of different dinosaur species. What makes this game special is the dinosaur taming and care system. Each species has different personalities and abilities. Triceratops can help plow fields, Parasaurolophus can water large areas at once, and Ankylosaurus can break rocks to clear land. Building trust with dinosaurs requires patience and understanding their individual preferences. As your bond grows, they become more helpful on the farm and can even be ridden around the valley. Story of Seasons: A Wonderful Life is a remake of the classic GameCube farming game, where you inherit a farm in peaceful Forgotten Valley. What makes this game special is how it follows your farmer's entire life, from young adult all the way to old age. You'll see your child grow up and decide their own career based on who you spend time with and what you show them. The farming system focuses on quality over quantity, with a small plot of land where you grow crops, raise cows, chickens, sheep, and even hybrid animals. You need to pay attention to soil quality and seasons to get the best harvests. Besides farming, you can fish, forage, and make friends with the valley's residents. There are several marriage candidates, and your choice affects your family's life and your child's personality. The remake adds new crops, animals, events, and quality of life improvements while keeping the slow, relaxing pace of the original. Animal Crossing. New Horizons isn't strictly a farming game, but the updates have added so many farming features that it now deserves a spot on this list. You start on a deserted island and slowly transform it into your dream community. The farming system lets you grow vegetables like tomatoes, potatoes, wheat, sugarcane, and pumpkins. Then use these ingredients to cook dishes that you can display or gift to your animal neighbors. Beyond farming, you can fish, catch bugs, dive for sea creatures, dig up fossils, and collect art for your museum. The game runs in real time, following your actual clock and calendar, with different seasons bringing new activities and creatures to find. The island customization is where the game truly shines. You can place furniture outdoors, create paths, build bridges and inclines, and even reshape the landscape with terraforming tools. Sugardew Island is a relaxing farming simulation game for the Nintendo Switch that invites players to cultivate their own farm, interact with animals, and restore balance to a vibrant island. In the game, you plant and harvest crops, create fertilizers, and sell your goods through a personalized shop, while bonding with animals to gather resources like eggs and milk. The game features character customization, allowing players to create their ideal avatar. As you complete quests from the Harmony Tree, new crops, animals, and tools become available, expanding your farming possibilities. Sugardew Island offers a peaceful, stress-free experience with no time limits or rush, making it ideal for players of all ages. The game's charming world and laid-back gameplay provide an escape into a delightful farming adventure where creativity and relaxation take center stage. Fae Farm mixes farming with magic in a colorful fantasy world called Azoria. You arrive as a newcomer tasked with restoring an abandoned farm while helping the local community with various magical problems. The farming system lets you grow regular crops alongside magical plants that produce spell ingredients. As you progress, you unlock elemental magic that helps with farming, water magic to irrigate large areas, and fire magic to cook and process crops faster, earth magic to improve soil quality, and air magic to protect against bad weather. Your character can craft and use magical tools that make farm work easier and more efficient. The game has a unique season system with 6 magical seasons instead of the usual 4, each with their own special crops and events. Beyond farming, you'll explore mysterious dungeons to find rare resources, catch magical creatures that help around your farm, and decorate your home with enchanted furniture. HARVESTELLA boldly combines farming simulation with an epic JRPG story and combat system. The game takes place in a world where the seasons are controlled by giant crystals called sea slights. Between each season is a dangerous period called the quietus, or season of death, where crops wither and leaving home is dangerous. The farming system is streamlined but deep. You grow crops to sell, cook with, or use in crafting. Each season has specific crops, and you need to plan carefully around the deadly quietus period. What makes HARVESTELLA unique is how it balances farming with dungeon exploration and combat. You'll venture into various dungeons with a party of characters, fighting monsters in real-time action combat using different job classes with unique abilities. These adventures are tied to the main story about the mystery behind the failing sea slights and the quietus. Back at your farm, you can upgrade your home, craft machinery to automate some farming tasks, and process crops into higher value products. My Time at Sandrock takes place in a post-apocalyptic desert world where you arrive as a new builder tasked with restoring the struggling frontier town of Sandrock. Unlike most farming games, your main job isn't just growing crops. You're primarily a builder and craftsperson who gathers resources, creates machines, and completes commissions for the townspeople. The farming aspect is adapted for desert life. You need to carefully manage water resources and use special techniques to grow crops in the harsh environment. The game's main gameplay loop involves mining for materials, crafting increasingly complex items in your workshop, and using those items to help the town develop. Combat plays a bigger role than in most farming games, with ruins to explore and monsters to defeat using various weapons. The relationship system is particularly deep, with many potential friends and romance options, each with detailed personal stories that unfold over time. Story of Seasons. Friends of Mineral Town is a faithful remake of the beloved Game Boy Advance classic, polishing the pixel graphics into a charming 3D world while keeping the heart of what made the original so popular. You inherit your grandfather's farm in Mineral Town and work to restore it from its rundown state. The farming system is straightforward but satisfying. Plant crops according to the 4 seasons, water them daily, and harvest when ready. You'll also raise livestock like cows, sheep, and chickens that produce items to ship or use in cooking. What makes this game special is its perfect balance of simplicity and depth. Beyond regular farming, you can mine for ores and gems, fish in different locations, forage for wild items, and participate in seasonal festivals where you can compete in mini games. The town is filled with interesting characters, including marriage candidates you can date and eventually marry. Factory 3 special enhances the original DS game with improved graphics, new content, and voice acting, bringing one of the best entries in this farming RPG series to modern players. You play as Micah, a young man who mysteriously has the ability to transform between human and animal forms. The farming system will feel familiar to farming game fans. Till soil, plant seeds, water daily, and harvest crops that change with the 4 seasons. What makes Rune Factory different is how it combines farming with action RPG elements. You'll venture into monster-filled areas to fight using different weapons, cast magic spells, and even tame monsters to help on your farm. The crafting system is incredibly deep, letting you make everything from weapons and armor to medicine and food. The town of Sharance is home to many characters with their own stories, including 11 potential brides with unique personalities. The new Newlywed mode adds extra story content for after you get married.
Care for monsters, among other relaxing activities. You can also transform into a monster? Your abilities in battle and conversations with the locals will vary depending on your form.
Harvest Moon. One world takes the traditional farming formula and adds a unique twist: portable farming. After the world mysteriously loses knowledge of most crops except for cabbage, you discover magical harvest wisps that give you seeds for forgotten plants. The standout feature is the portable farm, a magical pouch that lets you pick up your entire farm and move it to different regions around the world. Each of the 5 regions has different soil types, weather conditions, and growing seasons, encouraging you to move your farm to optimize crop growth. As you explore, you'll rebuild the world's farming knowledge by discovering new crops and livestock. The game has an interesting season system where all regions experience seasons simultaneously, but each area's climate affects how the season feels. A summer desert is much different from summer in a snowy region. There are 5 towns to visit, each with their own characters, including potential marriage candidates. Ooblets creates the most joyful, creative spin on farming games we've seen in years. Set in the whimsical world of Oob, you move to the town of Badgetown to start a new life growing crops and collecting the titular Ooblets. Cute little creatures that love to dance. The farming system covers all the basics: planting seeds, watering crops, and harvesting. But with a twist, many seeds grow into Ooblet seeds that sprout new creature friends. What makes this game truly unique is how it replaces fighting with dance battles. When you want to get a new Ooblet, you challenge it to a dance-off using move cards in a fun turn-based card game. No creatures get hurt, winners just get bragging rights and sometimes new friends. Beyond farming and collecting Ooblets, you'll rebuild the town by completing tasks, run your own clubhouse, participate in daily dance tournaments, and follow a story about the mysteries of Oob. My Time at Portia puts you in the shoes of a builder who moves to the countryside town of Portia to take over your father's old workshop. What makes this game different from other farming games is its focus on crafting and building rather than just growing crops. You'll gather resources by mining in ruins, cutting down trees, and fighting monsters in caves. Then you use these materials to build amazing things for the townspeople, from simple bridges to complex machines and buildings. While farming isn't the main focus, you can still plant crops and raise animals like cows and chickens on your land. The game has a full 3D world to explore, unlike the top-down view in most farming games. You can make friends with over 50 unique characters in town, maybe even find someone to date and marry. There are lots of fun activities to do besides farming and building. You can go fishing, catch bugs, ride horses, and enter festivals. Rune Factory 5 combines farming with fantasy adventure. You play as a character who has lost their memory and joins a peacekeeping organization called SEED in the town of Rigbarth. Unlike regular farming games, Rune Factory lets you fight monsters using different weapons and magic spells as you explore dangerous areas outside town. The cool part is that you can befriend certain monsters and bring them back to your farm where they'll produce items for you. The farming system lets you grow normal crops plus magical plants that can be used for crafting potions and equipment. There's a changing of seasons with different crops growing better in spring, summer, fall, or winter. Besides farming and fighting, you can fish, cook, craft, and even tame monsters to ride around the world. The social side is deep too. You can make friends with the townspeople, learn about their personal stories, and eventually date and marry someone regardless of their gender. Harvest Moon. The Winds of Anthos brings back the classic farming life in a colorful, animal-filled world. You arrive in the Anthos region after a great disaster scattered the harvest goddess's sprites across the land. While farming is your main job, the game also sends you on a journey to find these missing sprites, who can help you with various farm tasks once rescued. The farming system lets you grow crops, with each plant needing different care and having specific growing seasons. You'll also raise animals like cows, chickens, sheep, and even exotic creatures like reindeer. The game features a changing weather system where the magical winds of Anthos affect your farm and the world around you. A unique feature is the Docks vehicle, which lets you travel between 5 different towns, each with their own climate, crops, animals, and villagers. You can customize your character, farm buildings, and home with lots of decoration options. Building relationships with the townspeople leads to special events, and you can eventually find someone to date and marry. Story of Seasons. Pioneers of Olivetown puts you in charge of your grandfather's old, rundown farm near the coastal town of Olivetown. What makes this game special is its focus on turning untamed wilderness into a thriving farm. You'll start by clearing trees, rocks, and weeds to make space for crops and animals. The game introduces makers, special machines that transform raw materials into useful items, like turning milk into cheese or wool into cloth. There are over 200 different makers to create. The farming system is detailed, with crop mutations that can happen when you take good care of your plants, creating new varieties. Animal raising is a big part too. You can keep cows, chickens, sheep, alpacas, rabbits, and more, each producing different items. The game features a full town with over 30 characters to meet, including potential marriage candidates of any gender. Stardew Valley sits at number 1 because it perfectly captures the farming game spirit while offering incredible depth and freedom. The game starts with your character leaving their soul-crushing corporate job to take over their grandfather's old farm in Pelican Town. The farming system lets you grow all kinds of crops that change with the 4 seasons, and you can design your farm however you want. Focus on crops, raise animals, create an orchard, or make a mix of everything. What makes Stardew special is how many different things you can do besides farming. You can go fishing in different waters to catch over 60 types of fish, explore dangerous mines to fight monsters and find precious gems, forage for wild plants, cook recipes, make artisan goods like wine and cheese, and more. The town has over 30 unique characters with their own personal stories that unfold over time. There you have it, the top 25 farming games you should try on your Nintendo Switch in 2025. Whether you want a simple farming life or an adventure with some farming on the side, there's something here for everyone. Which farming game looks like the most fun to you? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and subscribe to SwitchTop for more Nintendo Switch content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time with more Switch recommendations.